Right, Shalom. We give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Once again, double honor to the elders apostles of GMS. Peace, blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect. I'm the brother Yakanan. I have the brother Kabar right here reading for me. Right, I want to go into a short lesson on being able to be teachable. Right? Which is one of the main things you need to possess as you come into the world. You have to be teachable. Right? You have to allow a man to pour into you this knowledge and to be teachable, right? You can't come in with the attitude of you have it, or you have this, you have all the knowledge, and you have it as you come in, to where nobody can teach you or nobody can show you anything, man. You have to be, like we always say in past time, you have to become a sponge, right? And that sponge is put in a place where it can soak in water, man. And water meaning is knowledge, it's understanding, it's truth, all right? But I want to start off with some scriptures.
Because Sirach 32, starting verse 7. Speak, young men, if there be need of thee, yet scarcely when thou art twice asked.
Yeah, so when you come in this truth as a young man, all right, in order to learn, you have to it says speak, young man, right?
Yeah, speak, young man.
Read it again.
It says, speak, young man, if there need of thee.
If it be needed thee. So you only supposed to talk kind of when it active you, man, because you are around these different elders and apostles and bishop men that's around you, to where you have to soak up game, as they say. Or whether it be with scriptures, whether it be with these different men and a scrophit. You have to scarcely be talking, man. Right? Because you can't, most guys come in, try to be hot shots, doing all the talking. You're trying to teach an elder. You're trying to teach a apostle or a man that's before you. Can't come in that way. You have to be able to be taught, be teachable, man. Go ahead.
It's and yet scarcely when thou ask twice.
Yep.
Let thy speech be short, comprehending much in few words.
Comprehending much. You got to be you got to put yourself in a position to comprehend much. All right? Whether that's scriptures, whether that's just the things that's just going on around the camp, man. The order. All right? It's another thing you have to learn. You have to learn order, man. All right? And a lot of guys fail at learning order. Or they lose the principle of order over time. All right? They lose respect for the men that's before them for whatever various reason. Most times, the demons are on them, man. But you have to become, and I'm going to say this too, it don't matter the age that you are in the world, you have to be teachable. Can't be, I can't be taught by a younger man, all right? Or this guy is too old. I feel I got it because I'm young. That's bullshit, man. The Lord ain't dealing with worldly age, all right? You could be 21, and the Lord can have you put in a position where you over men that's way older than you. But it's set up that way, though. It's the man that's before you in that position for a reason. He ain't asked for it, but just the Lord put him in that position.
Yeah, and then like scripture say, you're supposed to humble yourself as a little child. So basically, like we repent. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, basically, like you, like they say in the word born again, in the sense like we born, you learn something new every time. You know what I'm saying? You don't just know it all. You just learn something new day by day. Sense.
Even as an older man, it would say you can teach a dog new trick, a old dog new tricks, man. Right? But it's coming in the position of being humble. You gotta be humble. You gotta be teachable. All right? Now, I mean, my man in the NFL, that coach, he said, I don't want to play with him, don't want to teach with him, you can't be that type of way, man. You can't be that type of guy. You gotta be able to be taught. All right, go ahead.
To be as one that knoweth and yet holdeth his tongue.
Even if you know some scriptures, know some information, you still gotta hold your peace until that proper time come out. It's all about time. Sometimes it's about timing too. Some guys can be out of timing, right? You just blurting out certain things straight out of order, man. You can't be that type of person, man. All right, go ahead.
It said, if thou be amongst great men, make not thyself equal with them.
That's another thing. When you're around great men, the leaders, the guys that are in position before you, officers and stuff, you can't supersede, your what's the word? You can't supersede your position, man.
Yeah, basically can be like that in a sense. So yeah, basically what we got is way more different what like the elders or apostles have. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Yeah, man. So read that part again.
It's if thou be amongst great men, make not thyself equal with them. And when ancient men are in place, use not many words.
Yeah, so you gotta know the room, as we say. You gotta have a sense of respect, a sense of letting them call on you. Ask you things, man. Right? That was it?
That was it.
Yeah, give me the other one.
Because Ecclesiastes 5, starting verse 1. Keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of the Most High, and be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools, for they consider not that they do evil.
Yeah, learning to play your part, your position, being quiet, man. You learn more about being quiet, all right, than always speaking, man. All right? And that's why a lot of guys that come out, so like the scripture said, this is like a net that's being cast. You're gonna grab all types of stuff out of the world, man, out of the sea. Some gonna get it, some not gonna get it, man. Some gonna fall in line of order, protocol. Some not. Some gonna it's just not gonna be for them, right? They're not gonna want to be teachable. All right, give me that other one.
We got more.
We got a little more. Go ahead.
Yeah. Be not rash with thy mouth, and let not thy heart be hasty to utter anything before the Most High. For the Most High is in heaven, and thou upon earth. Therefore, let thy words be few.
Yeah, so you gotta, when you come out to the block or come out to the camp, you gotta be in a position to be willing to learn. Pen and pad, asking sensible questions, all right, and soaking in what's going on, man. Right? That's going down from the way how men conduct themselves, they're going into the way how brothers push this word, man. Okay, you got to be in a position, and that's for you younger guys out there, man. You younger brothers is coming into the ministry, man. All right, get rid of that old way of thinking you always got it. You gotta get under men. All right, Paul was under Gamaliel. All right, you see how powerful Paul was in the ministry. So that tells you what about Gamaliel? Gamaliel was a bad man too, in a good way. All right, go ahead.
Because Hebrews 5 verse 12. For the time ye are to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again with.
You have one need that one teach you again, because we all starting off as newborn babes in His word, in His ministry, right? When you deal with children, babies, they're like blank canvases, man. They have to be taught everything. They have to, and a lot of times these kids they're teachable. You want to learn how to draw. You want to learn how make them learn how to play the piano, music, karate. All right, they're willing to soak up the knowledge on how to do that, man. Because they're like a blank canvas. Same thing when you find out this word. You come out to the block, find the camp. You got to start over. All right. Even any job you go to, unless your credentials are your resume is you expert in that position. But most times you got to start from the bottom and work your way up. You have men that's before you, right? And then when you get there, you might have came at a job that was doing some of the similar things, but you got to learn how they do things, man. Right? Because the scripture tell you enter in other men's labors, as it say, very kind of what's the word? This mentioned in the scripture. All right, you enter into other men's labors. Go ahead.
It said,
roughly paraphrasing. Go ahead.
Said, for the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need of that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of the Most High, and are become such as have need of milk, and not of strong meat.
You need of milk and not of strong meat, because meat is for the heavier things of the scripture. Milk is for the easier things of the scripture, the base things, the basics of the scriptures. You gotta learn that first before you get to eating steak as a baby. All right, it's a way that you learn. It's a way that you because like I always say, in order to be a great leader, a great teacher, you got to be a great student. You got to be a student first, man. And Scripture talks about how we was Scripture talks about many things on this topic, but you have to be a student first. The student learns, the student social again, then the student becomes a teacher over time. You learn to bring up other men over time. And that's a process. You got to trust the process of this thing, man. Right, and then in the process, it speaks of a sight. Everybody comes under the tutorship of that, man. Right, you got a little more that was it.
That was it. Also, I want to mention too, like you always say, like teaching is not something that you not only that's what you say, but also that you do as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, like basically, like us as younger men, like we gotta imitate elder brothers. You know what I'm saying? And see how they do it. You know, sometimes like as far as myself, I learn more like seeing it instead of like somebody telling me. You know what I'm saying? If I see it for myself, I learn better. You know?
Right. Yeah. So with that, man, we gonna keep it short and sweet, man. And give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, Once again, double honor to the elders apostles. Peace, blessings, salutations to the whole field. Until next time, shalom.